So this W cutter on the Blackline leaves such a smooth finish. I like carbide a lot because oftentimes I can go straight from the lathe to the sanding and really jump up in grit. I don't have to start with a really coarse grit. And the way this W leaves the wood and the resin is just phenomenal. I'm roughing out this handle and I'm using my new Blackline tools. And these tools have been a phenomenal addition to the shop. It takes what I liked about my old tools and improves upon it and gives me a bunch more options. Most of my turning is small stuff, pens, project handles, other small turning. So I've used smaller tools, shorter handle for most of my turning time. And I have been a carbide guy pretty much the whole way. I started with traditional tools, but with pens and other small items, you can really use carbide most of the time. Now, that being said, my main tool for the last 10 years has been this kind of homemade, home put together carbide with a square tip. I also use a lot a skew, and this happens to be a slightly larger tool. It's a Robert Sorby skew, and it's a great tool. And then probably in the last 6 months, I've started using another carbide tool, the round cutter tool. And this was a handle that I had laying around for years, and I don't even know where it came from. I think I bought a lathe and it came with it, but it never had an insert on it, but I bought some round ones and I really like this too. So these three have been my main tools and I've been really happy and I'm really confident with these, so it's hard to make a change. Now, that being said, I'm open to change and I'm open to trying new tools, especially when they look like they'll improve what I do. And Tim over at Local Woodwork is a Blackline tool dealer. And before he brought these to me, I hadn't ever seen them. So it was kind of a cool thing to get to try these out. I was a little reluctant at first because the size is so much different than what I'm used to. This is the mid-size, it's a 12-inch handle. It weighs about 3 times as much as my main go-to carbide tool. And I kind of was thinking that that would really wear me out because I'm used to such a light tool, but it actually has improved my turning because I'm more stable. And I never thought about that, but having this weight in my hand, I don't have to grip it hard and my fingers don't hurt. I don't get the cramps I was getting with my little handle, and I can kind of just rest it and hold it against me and use that weight to my advantage as far as the turning. Tim sent me over a 6-piece set, and what the 6-piece set is the handle, 4 carbide insert tools, and a parting tool insert. And the reason I like these is because it does take up far less space. That's 3 tools right there, or if you want to pop out this one, that's 4 tools in the space of the handle. So it really takes up less space, but it's interchangeable. And the reason I like that is because I'm used to this handle now, and all the tools use the same handle, so I don't have to go from a big handle to a little handle to a longer handle to a shorter handle. I've got everything I need. I've got carbide, which I like because I don't have to sharpen it constantly, and I love the way it cuts. So the tools are pretty standard. You've got a square, although you can rotate it for a fat diamond insert, and that's built into the handle. You've got a typical round, you've got a diamond, long diamond, and then you've got the one that I've actually really learned to love and use the most by far, and that's what they call the W bit. And it kind of is just like a more arced square. It's between a round and a square, if you ask me. And I use this thing more than anything. It gives me the ability to make a corner, but not have to make a sharp corner or a big fat corner. I can kind of get in between anywhere I want with this. The degree of the cut on these carbide tools is a lot different. It seems to be a much shallower cut. It's more straight up and down. And when I went to the Blackline website and was reading up about these tips, they did design these specifically for wood turning, whereas a lot of our other carbide tools, the inserts come from other applications, maybe not made for wood turning. So it's kind of neat to have something that was designed for wood turning, and I can really tell the difference when I'm cutting. It's much more stable, and it's much more of a sheer cut versus having that long, thin point out there. You can really feel the difference in the stability. The fifth tool that came, I mentioned it was a 6-piece set, is the parting tool. And I've never used my parting tool. I have one, I've had it for years. I haven't used it much because I just didn't like it. I could never get it sharp. It always had the wrong little angle to it, even though I tried to work to square it up. So I just didn't really like it. I didn't use it. But this one I think I'll be using a lot more. It's a carbide tipped, and I think this is actually a diamond tipped tool. Same setup as far as the shaft. Put it in, lock it, and you're good to go. It is reversible also, so it comes with 2 surfaces that you can use. Although I don't think I'll be switching it too fast. So I'm sure you're asking, what does a set cost? Like I said, I got the 6-piece set. It's a handle and 5 tools. So essentially I got 5 tools. They're $450 for the set. I kind of thought that was a little pricey at first, but then when I thought about it, I think I paid like 90 bucks for this Pinnacle little gouge. So it's actually not out of line at all, and to me you're getting a much better tool. It's carbide. This thing is packed with features. I didn't even mention things like the coating on this just makes it easy to grip. It's not smooth. It has a flat bottom so it rides along your tool rest nicely, yet you can still roll it. The handle is adjustable, so you're not stuck with a certain length. You can tighten it up if you're getting in close. You can lengthen it out if you're standing back a little bit. So I mean, for what you're getting, this is a really exceptional value. I really love the way this handle feels. I learned to love the weight really fast because I was skeptical of that. And there again, like I say, carbide. If you're not a carbide guy, maybe this isn't the right set, but if you have not tried carbide, you probably want to. Anyway, do your research, see what you like. This is what I am using now, and I really like it, so I wanted to share it. Please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and if you want more info, I'll put it below in the description, and you can check them out for yourself. Thanks for watching. So if you were thinking about trying these, Tim over at Local Woodworks gave me a discount code for you to use. Just use code Schimmel, S-C-H-I-M-M-E-L, for 10% off.